Hey everybody, it's Fed Week. So what does that mean? The Federal Reserve is meeting this week, and as expected, the Fed increased short-term interest rates by 3/4 of a point. That's for the second consecutive meeting, and that's the fourth increase this year. So as a reminder, what does this mean? Short-term rates are the rates that banks charge each other for overnight borrowing. This does not directly affect long-term rates. In fact, this move should help long-term rates and go down in the long term, because this is showing that the Fed is actually fighting inflation, and we all know that inflation is the arch enemy of long-term interest rates. However, let's look a little deeper. I think the devil's in the details. We're getting some mixed signals from the Federal Reserve. The Fed has stated that their goal is to get inflation back to 2%. The last report we got, it was at 9.1%. However, Powell said today that the Fed may slow the pace of rate hikes in subsequent meetings. I think that's going to be very hard to do when inflation's at 9.1%. So in a perfect world, the Fed would like to get inflation in check but not create a recession. However, many believe that's too late. A quote, "A soft landing feels like a long shot from here," said Seema Shah's chief strategist, Principal Global Investors. She goes on to say, Fed policy cannot directly impact food or energy inflation. While rate hikes so far have done little to slow core CPI, or consumer price index, components which are traditionally more responsive to monetary policy. The analyst at BlackRock said in a note, "We think a soft landing is unlikely. Central banks today face sharp trade-offs between growth and inflation. We expect the Fed to change course only next year when the economic effects of rate rises become clear." So they're saying that that policy is not going to change until they actually see inflation going in check. So what does all this mean for rates and real estate? Well, ultimately, this is good news for long-term interest rates. Getting inflation in check will help long-term rates long-term. However, we are most likely, if not already, in a recession. And history tells us that long-term interest rates can actually benefit from a recession. Every recession that we've ever been in, mortgage rates have dropped on the backside of the recession. So we feel strongly to believe that rates will come down in the long term. Additionally, real estate historically done very well in recessions. So it's still a great time to invest. So what we're saying is marry the home, but date the rate. You can buy the house now, and there's a good chance that we can refinance that mortgage down the road if history repeats itself, which we've seen it do. I've got a great video from Dave Ramsey that talks about this exact topic, about being the perfect time to buy. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. I'll shoot it over to you. As always, if there's anything we can do to help, give me a call. Talk to you soon.